Cleveland Indians baseball. We're at Tiger Stadium for a Wednesday night game. The Cleveland Indians against the Detroit Tigers. It is Wednesday, September 1st, 1971. Last night, the teams played a doubleheader, and the Tigers swept the Cleveland Indians. In game one, Les Kane defeated Alan Foster as the Tigers won 5-2. And in the second game, Joe Coleman defeated Steve Dunning as the Tigers won by a score of 6-4. Fred Sherman got the save in both of those games. Tonight's game, Rich Hand starts for Cleveland. Rich Hand was sent down to Wichita in June and is one of the September call-ups for the Indians this season. About 10 days ago, he threw a no-hitter for the Wichita Arrows. He's made 7 starts on the year. He is 0-7 with an ERA of 7.94. This is his third start against Detroit. He is 0-1 with an ERA of 8.03 against the Tigers. He'll be opposed by Joe Niekro. He's made 10 starts on the year. He's 5-6 with an ERA of 4.92. This is his second game against Cleveland. He's 1-1 with a 3.86 ERA against Cleveland. It's 73 degrees here. We have a wind speed of 15 miles per hour, left to right. The Indians starting lineup will be leading off in center field, Vada Pinson. Batting second to first baseman Chris Chambliss. Batting third to left fielder Ted Uhlaender. Batting fourth to third baseman Greg Nettles. Batting fifth, the catcher Ken Suarez. Batting sixth, the shortstop Fred Stanley. Batting seventh, the second baseman John Lowenstein. Batting eighth, the right fielder Frank Baker. And batting ninth, the pitcher Rich Hand. On defense, the Tigers have Jim Northrup at first base, Dick McAuliffe at second, Ed Brinkman at shortstop, Aurelio Rodriguez at third, Gates Brown in left field, Mickey Stanley in center field, Marvin Lane in right field, Bill Freehan catching, and on the mound, Joe Niekro. Unlike his brother Phil Niekro, who's primarily a knuckleball pitcher, Joe Niekro has pretty good stuff besides the knuckleball, and he mixes it up. Leading off is the center fielder, Vada Pinson. He's hitting .263 with 12 home runs and 45 runs batted in. Here's the first pitch. Fastball, high and outside, ball one. There's a knuckler, swing and a miss, strike one. Pinson hits a base hit up the middle. Stanley throws it back in. Pinson's hit in 7 consecutive games now. Here is Chris Chambliss, the first baseman. He's a prime candidate for Rookie of the Year in the American League. He's hitting .296 with 10 home runs and 37 runs batted in. Here's a knuckler. Strike one called. Throw to first. Pinson's back. Too low, ball one. Another knuckler called, strike two. High and away, ball two. Knuckler lined on the first base line, it's foul. Swing and a miss, strike three. Chambliss one after one that was out of the strike zone. Here's Ted Uhlaender, the left fielder, hitting .296 with 2 home runs and 42 runs batted in. Knuckler Pinson going for second. He slides. He is safe. Stolen base number 27 for Vada Pinson. Pitch was called a strike, so no balls, one strike, one out. Inside, ball one. Low, ball two. It's a slow roller to third. Northrup has it, he'll take it himself. 2 outs. Vada Pinson moves to second, or moves to third rather, I'm sorry. Okay, and I'm back. Batting fourth to be the third baseman, Greg Nettles. Nettles having a great season this year. He's hitting .286, 37 home runs, 113 runs batted in. He leads the American League in home runs, and he leads the major leagues in runs batted in. Only Henry Aaron of the Braves, with 39 home runs, has hit more than Nettles this season. Fouls back, strike one. Pops it up in the air, free hand. Is it measured? Ooh, he dropped it. Those winds are swirling around through Tiger Stadium, and it looks like he either misjudged it or the wind caught it and pulled it away from him. They're charging him with an error. Pinson scores, Nettles takes first, so it's 1-0 Cleveland. Here is Ken Suarez, the catcher. He's hitting .224, no home runs, 11 runs batted in. They're giving Ray Fosse the night off. He caught both games of the doubleheader last night. Outside, ball one. Foul tip. Another knuckler caught the outside corner. Strike two. Joe Niekro's gone to his knuckleball early. Too low, ball two. That knuckler was almost in the dirt. Ball three, full count. It's a grounder back to the pitcher. Niekro has it, throws first. 3 outs. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. It is Cleveland 1, Detroit coming to bat. Here's Detroit's starting lineup. Leading off the third baseman, Aurelio Rodriguez. Batting second, the shortstop, Ed Brinkman. Batting third, the left fielder, Gates Brown. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Jim Northrup. Batting fifth, the catcher, Bill Freehan. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Dick McAuliffe. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Mickey Stanley. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Marvin Lane. And batting like the pitcher, Joe Negro. On defense, the Indians have Chris Chambliss at first, John Lowenstein at second, Fred Stanley at shortstop, Greg Nettles at third, Ted Uhlaender in left, Vada Pinson in center, Frank Baker in right, Ken Suarez catching, and on the mound, Rich Hand. Rich Hand had a decent rookie year last year. He went 11 and 12, ERA of 4.74. And like Mike Paul, he got hurt in spring training. And he missed the first month of the season. And his injury held him back. He was 0-7 before he was sent down on July 8th. But he pitched pretty well in Wichita, so we'll see if he can finish strong at the end of the year. Leading off is third baseman Aurelio Rodriguez. He's hitting .229, 10 home runs, and 59 runs batted in. He came over along with Ed Brinkman from Washington in the trade for Denny McLain. The 1-2 pitch. He hits a fly ball in the left field. Uhlaender back. That's off the wall. Rodriguez with a stand-up double. That's his 16th double of the year. Here is Ed Brinkman, the shortstop. He's hitting .249. 1 home run, 32 runs batted in. Ed Brinkman was a high school teammate of Pete Rose of Cincinnati. Rose and Brinkman both grew up in Cincinnati. Brinkman lays down a bunt. Suarez has it. Throws to Lowenstein covering first. 1 out. Rodriguez moves to third. Here's Gates Brown, the left fielder. He's hitting .344 with 20 home runs and 38 runs batted in. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Curveball, he swung on a miss that one. Strike 2. Just off the ground, ball 2. Ball 3. Ball 4, too low. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Here's Jim Northrup, the first baseman. He's hitting .286, 19 home runs, 73 runs batted in. Low and outside, ball 1. Tigers right now have a record of 65 and 69. They are in third place, 25 and a half games back behind Baltimore. It's a hard grounder to third, to second for 1, to first. Double play. 5-4-3 double play. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. We played 1 inning in Detroit. It is Cleveland 1, Detroit nothing. Fred Stanley leads off for the Indians. Another Indian having an excellent rookie year. Fred Stanley's hitting .288. 4 home runs, 38 runs batted in. He was called up on May 20th. Stanley, back in 1969, Stanley got into one game with the Seattle Pilots. The 1-0 pitch. Grounder to third. Rodriguez has it. Throw to first. 1 out. Here's another rookie, John Lowenstein. He's hitting 145 with 3 home runs, 10 runs batted in. It's fly ball in the right field. Lane is there, and he's got it. 2 outs. And another rookie, Frank Baker. He was called up on June 11th. He's hitting 210 with 2 home runs, 28 runs batted in. He got into 15 games with 48 at-bats 2 years ago in 1969. The 0-1 pitch. Grounder to short. Brinkman has it, and he'll throw him out. 3 outs. Nothing across for Cleveland in the second. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Cleveland 1, Detroit nothing. Bill Freehan leads off for Detroit, the catcher. He's hitting 290 with 16 home runs and 74 runs batted in. He's hitting 396 against Cleveland. He hits a base hit up the middle. Here's Dick McAuliffe, the second baseman. He's hitting 192 with 16 home runs and 57 runs batted in. Caught the outside corner. Strike 1. That's ball. Ball 1. McAuliffe, it's base hit in the right field. Baker gets to it quickly, and Freehan holds at second. So we have no outs. Runners on first and second. Here's Mickey Stanley, the center fielder. He's hitting 303 with 3 home runs and 39 runs batted in. Hitting 333 against Cleveland. Fly ball in the center field. Pinson back at the wall, and he's got it. 1 out. Here is Marvin Lane, the right fielder. This is his major league debut. Let's see what they got on him. I am not familiar with Marvin Lane. I have a pretty good recollection of a lot of these 70s players. Fastball, low and away, ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Liner down the third base line, that's foul. Strike 3 called, there goes Freehan. Yep, strike 3 called. Freehan tries to steal third, he's out. Strikeout, throw him out, double play. Hand works himself out of another jam. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We played 2 in Detroit. It's Cleveland 1, Detroit nothing. Rich Hand leads off for Cleveland. He's hitting .267 with no home runs, 1 run batted in. He is 4 for 15 on the season as a hitter. The 0-1 pitch. Hits a grounder to first. Northrup has it. He takes it himself. 1 out. Here's Veda Pinson. He's 1 for 1. He singled in the first. So far, that's been Cleveland's only hit of the game. The 1-1 pitch. Grounder to first. Northrup takes it himself. 2 outs. Here's Chris Chambliss. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in the first inning. It's a liner down the third base line. That's fair in the corner. Gates Brown is after it. Chambliss rounds first. He is a stand-up double. That's his 21st double of the year. This kid has looked very good this year. Here's Ted Uhlaender. He's 0 for 1 today. He grounded the first back in the first inning. Curveball, just low, ball 1. Caught the corner, strike 1. There's a knuckler in the inside corner at the knees, strike 2. It's grounder up the middle. McAuliffe to his right. Has it, throws him out. 3 outs, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the third. Cleveland 1, Detroit nothing. Joe Niekro leads off for the Tigers. He's hitting .053, no home runs, 2 runs batted in. He has 1 hit in 19 at-bats. The 2-2 pitch. Pops it up, third base side, but that's foul, and it will make the seats. It's a hard grounder to third. Nettles up with it. Throws him out. 1 out. Here's Aurelio Rodriguez. He's 1 for 1 today. He doubled in the first. The 0-2 pitch. He hits a fly ball into center field. Pinson's there, and he's got it. 2 outs. Here's Ed Brinkman. He had a sacrifice bunt in the first inning. Strike 3 called. No runs, no hits, no errors, no 1 left. We played 3 here at Tiger Stadium. Indians lead 1-0. Although anybody knows that Tiger Stadium is like Fenway Park or Wrigley Field, no lead is safe here. Let's take a look around the league tonight. Day game at Yankee Stadium. The Yankees beat the Senators 4-3. El Cluster got the win for the Yankees. He's 3-1, while Paul Lindblad took the loss for Washington. He's 3-7. Toby Harrah hit his 5th home run for Washington. And another day game. Final at Wrigley Field. The Cubs beat the Expos 5-4. Ron Santo hit his 25th home run. And Bill Bonham got the win for the Cubs. Another day game final. Candlestick Park. The Giants beat the Braves 3-2. Don McMahon got the win. He's 5-4, while Pat Jarvis took the loss. He's 7-13. Zoilo Versailles hit his 9th home run for the Braves. He's been a good pickup for them this season. Top of the 5th in Cincinnati, the Padres lead the Reds 3-1. George Foster hit his 15th home run for the Reds. That is Franklin against McLaughlin. Bottom of the fourth in Pittsburgh, the Phillies lead the Pirates 1-0. It's Wayne Twitchell against Bruce Kison. And bottom of the third at Fenway Park, the Orioles lead the Red Sox 2-1. Billy Canigliaro hit his 9th home run of the season for Boston. That's Grant Jackson against Sonny Siebert. The Orioles are looking for their third consecutive American League East title. In the fourth inning for Cleveland, Greg Nettles leads off. He's 0 for 1. He popped to the catcher, but Freehan was unable to make the play. And he took first on the error, and Pinson scored on the error. So that's all there's been right now. Indians lead 1-0, and they have one unearned run. The 1-2 pitch, grounder up the middle. McAuliffe to his right, has it, throws him out for 1 out. Here's Ken Suarez, the catcher. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to Negro last time up. The 2-0 pitch. It's fly ball in right field. Lane drifting back, has it. 2 outs. And here's Fred Stanley. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to Rodriguez last time up. The 0-1 pitch. Fly ball in the center field. Stanley coming in. And he has it. 3 outs. Nothing across for Cleveland in the fourth. Gates Brown leads off for the Tigers in the fourth. He walked in the first inning. The 1-2 pitch. Fly ball in the left field. Ted Eulander's coming in. He's got it. 1 out. Eulander got a late jump on it, but he was able to make the play. Here's Jim Northrup. He's 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play in the first inning. The 0-2 pitch. He hits fly ball in the left field. Eulander moving back, and he's got it. 2 outs. Here's Bill Freehan. He is 1 for 1. He singled in the second. It's a grounder to second. Lowenstein up with it. Throw to first. 3 up and 3 down for Detroit in the fourth. We played 4. It's Cleveland 1. Detroit nothing. No. And we got Ellie Jr. in the booth. Cleveland has 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They've left 2 men on base. Detroit has no runs, 3 hits, 1 error. They've left 2 men on base. John Lowenstein leads off for Cleveland in the fifth. He's 0 for 1. He flied out to Marvin Lane in the second inning. The 1-2 pitch. It's another fly ball in the right field. Lane going back, it's gone. Home run for Lowenstein. That is John Lowenstein's 4th home run of the year. That makes it 2-0 Cleveland. Here is Frank Baker. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to Ed Brinkman in the second inning. The 2-2 pitch. Hits a fly ball in the center field. Mickey Stanley drifting back. He's got it. 2 out. 1 out. Here is Rich Hand. He's 0 for 1. I got to make sure with Ellie Jr. in the booth, I got to just make sure all my settings are correct. She is still learning the ropes as an engineer. Rich Hand is 0 for 1. He grounded to Northrop in the third inning. The 2-2 pitch. Knuckleball caught the outside corner. Strike 3 call. 2 outs. It's Niekro's second strikeout of the game. Here's Veda Pinson. He's 1 for 2. He led off the game with a single. And he has scored the only run of the game. The 2-1 pitch. Hits pop up on the infield. McAuliffe takes charge. He has it. 3 outs. Nothing across. Or nope, I take that back. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors. No one left. Maybe I should be like John Sterling and just keep saying, check that, check it. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The Indians lead the Tigers 2-0. In the bottom of the 5th, Dick McAuliffe leads off for Detroit. He is 1 for 1. He singled in the second. The 1-1 pitch. Grounder to first. Chambliss has it. He'll take it himself. 1 out. Here's Mickey Stanley. He's 0 for 1. He fly to Veda Pinson in the second inning. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball. Base hit up the middle. Stanley is hitting 8 consecutive games now. 1 out, runner on first. Here's Marvin Lane, the right fielder. He struck out in the second, and Bill Freehand was caught stealing. That ended the inning. Marvin Lane is playing in his first major league game today. Jim Campbell, the Detroit Tigers general manager, is very high on this kid. Down and away on the curveball. Ball 1. Caught the inside corner. Strike 1. That caught the outside corner. Strike 2. In there below the belt. Strike 3 called. That's strikeout number 3 for Rich Hand. Here is Joe Niekro. He's 0 for 1 today. He grounded the Nettles in the third inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Come on, get down. High and inside. Ball 1. Hits a grounder to first. Chambliss has it. He'll take it himself. 3 outs, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We played 5. It's an official game here at Tiger Stadium. Indians lead 2-0. Chris Chambliss leads off in the 6th for Cleveland. He's 1 for 2 today. He struck out in the first and he doubled in the third. The 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. Just missed that one. Niekro's knuckler seems like it's working pretty good today, and that's one of the few that looks like he missed. Let's see. Yeah, that was his 72nd pitch, and he has thrown 42 of those for strikes. Or 47 of those, I'm sorry. I take that back. It seems pretty good for a knuckleball pitcher. Here's Ted Uhlaender. He's 0 for 2 today. Grounded to first in the first, and grounded to second in the third. Freehand goes to talk to Niekro. Ball 1. Low and inside, ball 2. Uhlaender hits base hit up the middle. That was a sharply hit liner. Stanley played it perfectly. Chambliss stops at second, so the Indians have runners on first and second, nobody out. And here's Greg Nettles, who is 0 for 2 today. Popped to the catcher, but that ended up being an error that scored Veda Pinson, and he grounded to second. Knuckleball caught the inside corner, strike one. Nettles leads the major leagues in RBIs with 113. Another knuckler high and outside, ball one. 1-1 pitch, fly ball into center field. Stanley drifting to his right. Has it. One out. Here's Ken Suarez. He's 0 for 2. He grounded to the pitcher in the first, flied out to right in the fourth. He's hitting .250 with runners in scoring position. There's a knuckler high and away, ball one. Another knuckler, that was low and inside, ball two. It's a hard grounder to second. McAuliffe to second for one. The first, double play. 4-6-3 double play, no runs. One hit, no errors, one left. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Cleveland leads 2-0. Aurelio Rodriguez leads off for Detroit. He is 1 for 2 today. He doubled in the first and flied out to Pinson in the third. The 0-1 pitch. It's a base hit in the right field. That's his second hit today. Here's that Brinkman. He's 0 for 1. Hit a sacrifice bunt in the first and struck out in the third. Fastball, ball one. Lays down a bunt on the ground. Chambliss has it. Throws his second. Throw is wild into the outfield. Uhlaender backed that one up. Looks like he caught Chambliss flat-footed. Yeah, that'll be an error on Chambliss. Rodriguez moves to second. Brinkman to first. Nobody out. Here is Gates Brown, who's 0 for 1. He walked in the first and flied out the left in the third, or in the fourth. Hitting .302 with 3 home runs with runners in scoring position. That's strike one called. Ball one. Base hit in the left field. Uhlaender got to it quick. Pinson backed them up. Rodriguez stopped at third. Tigers have the bases loaded. Nobody out. Here's Jim Northrup, who is 0 for 2. Grounded into a double play and flied out the left. Indians pull the infield in. Says Gates Brown continues his hot hitting against Cleveland. Let's see what he's been doing against the Indians. Yeah, he's hitting .417 against Cleveland. 10 for 24. 3 home runs. Yeah, I'd say he's been pretty hot against the Indians. Caught the inside corner, strike one. Hand's been in a couple jams today, but he's been able to pitch out of them so far. Ball one. Outside and low, ball two. In there at the knee, strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Low, ball three, full count. It's a slow roller down the first base line, but that goes foul. Pops it up on the infield. Chambliss takes it. He's in foul territory. 1 out. Here's Bill Freehan. He's 1 for 2 today. He singled in the second and grounded to second in the fourth. They're coming in halfway for him. Inside, ball 1. Strike call. That was called a little late. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Too low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded. Low and inside, ball 3, full count. 1 out, bases loaded. Tigers down by 2. Ball 4. And that'll force in a run. Detroit cuts the Indians' lead to 2-1. Steve Hargan's getting up to warm up in the Indians' bullpen. Here is Dick McAuliffe. He's 1 for 2 today. He singled in the first and grounded to first in the 5th. Or I should say McAuliffe singled in the second. It's a shallow fly ball in the right field. Baker coming in. He has it. Brinkman tags to throw from Baker. Brinkman slides. He's safe. And the Tigers tie the game. Here's Mickey Stanley. He's 1 for 2. He singled in the 5th. A little high, ball 1. Inside, ball 2. Just off the ground, ball 3. Got the inside corner, strike 1. Ball 4, that loads the bases. Hand is barking at the umpire. Third walk given up by Hand. And here's Marvin Lane. He's 0 for 2. He struck out in the second. Freehan was caught stealing. He struck out in the 5th. High and away, ball 1. Low, ball 2. Got the inside part of the plate, strike 1. Too low, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Full count, 2 outs. Bases loaded, game tied at 2. Ball 4 forces in a run. And the Tigers take a 3-2 lead. That'll be all for Rich Hand. Coming into pitches, Steve Hargan. Hargan's making his 31st appearance of the year. He has a record of 3-7 with 2 saves, an ERA of 4.69. Like Rich Hand, he spent some time at Wichita this year. Chambliss, Lowenstein, Stanley, and Baker all spent some time at Wichita this season. Joe Niekro's up. He's 0 for 2 today. He grounded to third in the 3rd and grounded to first in the 5th. Outside, ball 1. Low and just inside, ball 2. Too high, ball 3. Fouls it back, strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Ball 4 forces in another run. It's 4-2 Detroit. That is the 3rd run of the inning. Forced in by a walk. Here's Aurelio Rodriguez. He's 2 for 3. Doubled in the first, fly to center in the third, singled in the sixth. Just off the ground, ball one. Base hit in left field. Stanley scores. Lane coming around, he'll score. It's 6-2. Detroit. That's Aurelio Rodriguez's third hit of the game. Here's Ed Brinkman. He's 0 for 1. Had a sacrifice bunt in the first. Struck out in the third. And another sacrifice bunt in the sixth. It's a fly ball in left field. Uhlaender coming in. He's got it. But that was a disastrous inning for Cleveland. Tigers got 6 runs on 3 hits. 1 error. They left 2 men on base. We go to the 7th. Detroit now leads 6-2. Fred Stanley leads off the 7th for Cleveland. He's 0 for 2 today. See if this is the last game of this series. Yeah, Detroit is going for the sweep. After tonight's game, Cleveland leads Detroit. And they go to Boston. And then after Boston, they go to Baltimore. Or no, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Cleveland will be in Detroit tomorrow. They go to Boston on Friday for a weekend series. Then they have a doubleheader in Baltimore on Labor Day, and then a single game in Baltimore on Tuesday. God, I'm just terrible at looking stuff up right now. Fred Stanley is 0 for 2. The 1-1 pitch, grounder to third. Rodriguez, throw to first, 1 out. Let's see, we close the book on Rich Hand. He pitched 5 2/3 innings. He pitched 5 good innings and 2/3 of a bad inning. He ended up giving up 6 hits, 6 runs. They were all unearned. Walked 4, he struck out 3. And let's see. And 3 of those walks were in the 6th inning, so he was pitching pretty well. Then he just abruptly lost his control. And sometimes I think he may be better suited out of the bullpen, like Hargan. John Lowenstein is up next. He is 1 for 2. He had a solo home run in the 5th. The 2-0 pitch. Base it up the middle. Stanley with it. Throws it back in. So 1 out. Runner on first. Here's Frank Baker. He's 0 for 2 today. Knuckleball. Caught the inside corner. Strike 1. Foul tip. No balls, 2 strikes. It's fly ball down the left field line. That's foul. Fouls it back. Count remains 0-2. Fouls that one back. Count's still 0-2. It's fly ball into right center. Stanley Lane back. It's off the wall. Lowenstein rounds third. He'll score. Baker with his 24th double of the season. That makes it 6-3. Pinch hitting for Cleveland will be Chuck Hinton. Hinton's hitting .200 with 2 home runs. 15 runs batted in. As a pinch hitter, he is hitting .240 with 1 home run and 6 runs batted in. Knuckleball hits pop up. Third base side. Foul ground. Brinkman's after it. And he's got it. 2 outs. Here's Veda Pinson. He's 1 for 3. He led off the game with a single in the first. Scored the Indians' first run. Knuckleball. Nice grab by Freehand. Ball 1. Base runner up the middle. Looks like a base hit. No! Brinkman dives and got it. Throws the first for the out. What a play by Brinkman. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They left. One man on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It is Detroit 6, Cleveland 3. Take a look around the league again. Bottom of the 9th in Cincinnati. Padres lead the Reds 3-2. Lee May hit his 26th home run. That's Mike Caldwell against Wayne Granger. Bottom of the 8th in Pittsburgh. The Phillies lead the Pirates 3-0. Billy Wilson pitching for Philadelphia. Bottom of the 7th at Fenway Park. Red Sox taking the lead. They lead the Orioles 5-3. Mark Belanger's 3 for 3. That is Dave Boswell against Sonny Siebert. Top of the 5th in St. Louis, the Cardinals lead the Mets 3-0. That's Tom Seaver against Chris Zachary. Top of the 8th in Milwaukee, the Royals lead the Brewers 3-0. Amos Otis hit his 10th home run for the Royals. That's Mike Hedlund against Lou Krause. And top of the 5th in Minnesota, White Sox lead the Twins 5-0. Walt Williams hit his 14th home run for Chicago. That's Wilbur Wood against Jim Cott. Wilbur Wood going for his 24th win of the year. Chicago's a half game over Oakland right now. Oakland plays later tonight against the Angels. Coming in a pitch for Cleveland, another September call-up, Bob Kaiser. Kaiser's 21 years old. He is making his major league debut. See what Kaiser did this year. Spent some time at Wichita, Jacksonville, and Reno, so he made his way up from single A all the way up to triple A. He was 1-1 with Reno in single A, 4-4 with Jacksonville, with a 3.09 ERA. And then in Wichita, he was 3-2 with a 5.71 ERA. So in the 3 minor league teams he played for, he was 8-7 this year with a 4.46 ERA. Appeared in 23 games and he started 18 of those. Yeah, I figure let him get his feet wet. It's kind of a low pressure situation. The Indians are out of town. And let's see who he'll face. Be Gates Brown, Jim Northrup, and Bill Freehand. Gates Brown is 1 for 2 today. He singled in the 6th. He also walked in the 1st. Oh, they're calling him back. Tony Taylor will pinch hit. Tony Taylor is hitting .314 with 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in since coming over to Detroit. He's hitting .370 with 1 home run and 3 runs batted in as a pinch hitter. Tony Taylor came over on June 13th from the Phillies. He was a career National Leaguer going back to 1958 until he joined the Tigers this year. Let's see how he came over. Played for the Cubs and the Phillies. Spent most of his career with the Phillies. He was traded by the Phillies for 2 minor leaguers, Carl Cavanaugh and Mike Fremuth. Yeah, he's 36 years old. His career goes back to 1958. That means he debuted. My dad was in junior high when he debuted. He has a career batting average of .269. He has 1,822 hits. So Bob Kaiser making his major league debut. Here's his first major league pitch. Breaking ball. Taylor hits it in the left field for a base hit. Here's Jim Northrup. He's 0 for 3 today. In the dirt. That gets all the way back to the wall. That's a wonderful pitch. Kaiser's a fastball pitcher. He's another one of these hard-throwing young Indians pitchers. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Another swing and a miss, strike 2. Curveball, he pops it up on the infield. Lowenstein takes charge. 1 out. Here is Bill Freehand. He's 1 for 2. He singled in the 2nd. Grounded to 2nd in the 4th, and he walked in the 6th. That forced in Aurelio Rodriguez with Detroit's first run of the game. The Indians pitching just went totally south in the sixth inning. Swing and a miss, strike one. That's high, ball one. Down and inside, ball two. Just below the belt, strike two. Fly ball down the left field line, but that is going foul. Freehan hits a fly ball into center field. Pinson going back near the track. He's got it. 2 outs. Here's Dick McAuliffe. He's 1 for 2. He singled in the second, grounded out the first in the fifth. And he had a sacrifice fly in the sixth. That scored Ed Brinkman. And that tied the game at 2 for the moment. Inning 200 with 3 home runs with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Swing and a miss, strike one. Up around the letters, ball one. It's a grounder to third. Nettles has it to throw to first. 3 outs. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. They left 1 on base. We go to the 8th inning. It's Detroit 6, Cleveland 3. Tigers made some changes on defense. Dalton Jones goes into play left field. And Ike Brown replaces Jim Northrup at first base. For Cleveland in the 8th, it will be Chris Chambliss, Ted Uhlaender, and Greg Nettles. Chambliss is 1 for 2. He doubled in the 6th. He also he doubled in the 3rd, walked in the 6th. The 1-1 pitch. Base hit in right field. That's his second hit of the game. Like I mentioned before, no lead is safe at Tiger Stadium. And for whatever reason, going all the way back to the 1940s, for me at least, the Indians never seemed to play that well in this ballpark. Just like Fenway Park, they never seemed to play well there either. Or at Municipal Stadium in Kansas City. Uhlander's up. He's 1 for 3. Hits a grounder to short. Throw to second for 1. To throw to first. Not in time. 1 out. Runner on first. Here's Greg Nettles. He's 0 for 3 today. Check the swing. That's called a strike. Strike 1. Another knuckler. Ball 1. Outside, ball 2. Nettles hits fly ball into right field. That's going back. That's gone. Home run number 38 for Nettles. Number 5 against the Tigers. That makes it 6-5. Looks like that might have went into the overhang. Here's Ken Suarez. He's 0 for 3 today. The 0-2 pitch. Liner to second, but that's right at McAuliffe. 3 outs. No, I'm sorry, that's 2 outs. Oh. I apologize. I'm doing a terrible job today. There's Fred Stanley. He's 0 for 3. The 2-1 pitch. Grounder to first. Brown takes it. 3 outs, but the Indians get 2 runs. 2 hits, no errors, no one left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Detroit 6, Cleveland 5. Bob Kaiser, he's back out for his second inning. Leading off will be Mickey Stanley, who's 1 for 2. He flied out in the second, singled in the 5th, and walked in the 6th. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Breaking ball hit the outside corner. Stanley was fooled, and he knew before the umpire even called it. 1 out. Here's Marvin Lane, Blake Kaiser in his first major league game. He's 0 for 2. He walked in the 6th, and that scored Gates Brown. With the go-ahead run, that put the Tigers up 3-2. So he is 0 for 2, but he has 1 run batted in today. He struck out twice. The 1-2 pitch. Swung at a bad pitch. Strike 3. Lane struck out 3 times today. And the pitcher spot, Joe Niekro. Niekro grounded out twice, then he walked in the 6th. That scored Bill Freeham. Made it Detroit 4, Cleveland 2. Let's see if they send him out. Nope. Norm Cash should be pinch hitting. Norm Cash, he's hitting .205 this year. 9 home runs, 19 runs batted in. As a pinch hitter, he's hitting .240 with 1 home run and 2 runs batted in. Cash is 37 years old. He was the World Series MVP back in 1963. And they're wondering in Detroit, he's always been a popular player here, but they're wondering if maybe he's reached the end of the line. He has 342 career home runs. He had 52 home runs back in the expansion year of 1961. That was the year that Roger Maris of the Yankees hit 72 home runs. It's hard to imagine hitting 52 home runs and there's still somebody who hit 20 more than you did. The 3-2 pitch. Just high, ball 4. Bollinger gets up to warm up. Here's Aurelio Rodriguez. He's 3 for 4 today. He drove in 2 with a single back in the 6th. That's high, ball 1. So he is the big hit of the game. That and Nettles' 2-run home run. Check the swing, but that's over for a strike. Strike 1. In tight, ball 2. Strike 2 call. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Grounder up the middle. Stanley to his left has it. Tosses to Lowenstein at second. For the out. The Tigers get no runs, no hits, no errors. They left 1 man on base. We go to the 9th. It is Detroit 6, Cleveland 5. Fred Sherman coming in to pitch for Detroit. This is his 55th appearance. He has a record of 11-8 with 14 saves. He's an ERA of 3.44. Pitching move Tom Timmerman out of the fireman's role here in Detroit. Timmerman had 22 saves last year, but he got supplanted by Sherman, and Timmerman actually spent a little bit of time sent to the minors this year. John Lowenstein leads off. Oh, spoiler alert. Tom Timmerman, future member of the Cleveland Indians. It'll be Lowenstein, Baker, and the pitcher spot. Lowenstein's 2 for 3. He flied out in the second, hit a solo home run in the fifth, and singled in the seventh. The 1-0 pitch. It's a shallow fly ball in the left field. Dalton Jones is there, and he's got it. 1 out. Here's Frank Baker. He's 1 for 3. He doubled in the seventh, and that scored Lowenstein. The 2-0 pitch. Base hit in the center field. Baker rounds first. Going for second, he slides. He is safe with a double. The tying runs on second. 1 out. And pinch hitter extraordinaire Lou Camilli will be batting for the pitcher. Camilli's hitting .230, no home runs, 10 runs batted in. But as a pinch hitter, he is hitting .481 with 3 runs batted in. He is 13 for 27 as a pinch hitter with 3 doubles. Bellinger's ready to come out in the ninth if he's needed. It's a grounder to short. Brinkman's up with it. Throws high, but Brown knocked it down, and he was able to make the out. 2 outs. Last chance for the Indians. It's Vada Pinson, who's 1 for 4. He led off the game with a single. Changeup, strike 1 called. Down and away, ball 1. Hits a sharp grounder to second. McAuliffe has it, throws him out, and that's the game. Tigers win 6-5. It was 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Detroit. 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Cleveland. Joe Niekro gets the win. He's 6-6. While Rich Hand took the loss. He is 0-8. Rich Hand making his first appearance in several months. He looked good for 5 innings. Then he just totally lost his control in the 6th. Walking 3, giving up 6 unearned runs. Three of those runs were forced in by walks. Lowenstein and Nettles each hit a home run for the Indians. Lowenstein hit a solo home run in the 5th, and Nettles hit a 2-run homer in the 8th. Fred Sherman got the save. That's number 15 for him. Time of the game, 2 hours and 41 minutes. Star of the game is Aurelio Rodriguez, who went 3 for 5 with 2 runs batted in. Lowenstein went 2 for 4 for Cleveland. He had a home run, and Chambliss went 2 for 3 with a double. Except for that one inning, the sixth inning, the Indians pitching didn't look bad today. Yeah, like I said, Rich Hand hit 5 good innings. Joe Negro looked pretty good today, although he looked like he weakened a little bit in the later innings. And Sherman came in and got the save. So we looked at about 7 or 8 good innings and one bad inning for Cleveland, giving up 6 runs in the sixth inning. And once again, the final score, Detroit 6, Cleveland 5. They'll be playing here again tomorrow night as Cleveland tries to avoid the sweep. Next time I'll be on the air will be Saturday's game, where the Indians will be playing at Fenway Park. Hope you enjoyed this game, and thank you for watching.